Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone's well, having a really lovely day. Happy Monday. To those of you that haven't signed on before, I'm Nikki Thomas, Career Success Coach. Really great to have you all join this morning. While I wait for you all to join in, I'm just going to go and beam this through to a few other channels. But thank you for all joining. I hope this gives you some pointers about, when you move into a new job, it's nerve-wracking at the best of times, but then on top of that, if you then realise that you've moved into somewhere that you maybe it's not everything that you dreamed of, you just know that it's not the end of the world. There is a way around this, and we'll discuss this on today's video. So I'll wait for a couple of people to join. If you're watching this on the replay, please just hashtag replay. I'll also be asking you all a question soon. Just wondering what the best times are to do these videos. I know that a lot of people like to watch it on the way into work, but I know that I've also got some people from the other side of the world in Australia as well, which I know this is your evenings. So let me know when is the best time for you. I just changed the lighting a little bit. It's just a bit dark. There we go. It's a bit better, isn't it? Okay, so I feel like we've had a few people join us. So on this video, this is actually being beamed to YouTube at the same time as being beamed to Future You, Life and Career Goals, which is the Facebook group. If you're interested in joining the Facebook group, join Future You, so that will be facebook.com/groups/Future You, Life Career Goals. Feel free to join us in the group. It just makes it a little bit easier to talk about things without notifications going up for your friends and family. So feel free to join the group if you want something that's a bit more of a community feel. I'm being told I've got poor connection, so I hope you can all hear me. If you can hear me, thumbs up. If you can't, thumbs down. But I hope you all can. So what we're talking about today is, have you ever made a bad career decision? Have you ever taken a job and it's been a nightmare? Have you ever had any kind of, job situation? Even your current job, right? Like, let's talk about your current job. Are you enjoying it? Is it something that you're in, you want to stay in? Whenever you take a new job, you do sometimes think the grass is going to be greener. A lot of the time you take a job because you just want to get out of the old one. And all of these are bad ideas, bad ideas. Definitely look for a new job to go into, but you've got to really think about it before you make the jump. The grass isn't always greener. It really isn't. And you need to remember what your 5-year plan is. So I think the best way to do it is, if you've made a mistake, it's take a moment just to go, right, is this really what I want to do? Is this a good idea? Am I being rash? Am I just taking the jump for the jump of it? Think about the reasons why you want to leave or what's gone wrong. Why have you taken this job in the first place? A lot of the time I've been offered a job, gone into it, and then it's not what I've been told. And that then does leave a sour taste. And then it's having a conversation to say, look, in the interview, I was specifically told this, and this. Is this something that's coming on down the pipeline, or, have I misunderstood? I think by checking that out, if they turn around and say, well, we just need you to get a bit more experience before you can get into looking after those clients or working on those big projects, then that's one way to look at it and to go, okay, if that's the case, maybe wait a little bit. But it could also be that if they turn around and go, we have no idea what you're talking about, that was promised by someone that's now left the company and this isn't the case for you, then you need to seriously think, is this fitting in with my 5-year plan? And I mean, have you got a 5-year plan is the question. If you do, thumbs up, tell me what it is if you don't mind answering it in the comments below. If you don't, that's fine, but what are you working towards? What do you want to achieve? And I think that's really important, something to really think about. What is your 5-year plan? What do you want to achieve in 5 years? 5 years feels like a really long way away, but if you think about it, think about where you were 5 years ago. It's not that far. So you need to think about what that is. And does it fit in? Does the job that you're currently doing, the projects that you're working on, is that fitting in with what you want it what you want to do in 5 years' time. One of the biggest reasons for people to leave is pretty much they have no respect for their boss. They hate their manager. It's one of the biggest reasons to leave. And in that case, in those scenarios, you really need to think about, do you think your boss is going to leave? Because a lot of the time, bosses are mean because they're unhappy. So do you think your boss is going to leave? Is there an opportunity there? Can you move departments? If not, maybe it isn't worth it. But another reason is also if the company isn't aligning with how you feel inside. Do you have to work on certain projects that you just don't feel right about? Do you not? I worked for a company that sold something to clients that wasn't accurate. And so I had to leave immediately because it didn't sit right with me. It wasn't honest. It wasn't genuine. It wasn't authentic. So that's another really big reason. So does the company sit with your values? Do you like your boss, or do you have no respect for your boss? If those are the reasons, then actually it's probably best just to find something else. But going back to the 5-year plan, look, if anything that you're doing in your current company isn't aligning you with your 5-year plan, or if you can't see this job getting you anywhere near you where you want to be in 5 years, get out. And the 5-year plan, I mean, if you haven't got one yet, it's things such as, what are you good at? Like, think about what is it that you're good at, and what do you want to see yourself doing in 5 years' time? What do you want to be good at? Where do you see yourself in 5 years, and what skills do you want to have had by then? Like, what do you want to be really good at in 5 years? And what do you enjoy the most? What do you really, really enjoy? Your job needs to be a mixture of all of them. So you need to bring all of those together, and that needs to be what you want to achieve. So if you've got a 5-year plan, let me know. If you don't, we can actually work on one together. We can do a session in the group. We can talk about it in more detail. But a 5-year plan is absolutely crucial if you want to get to where you want to be in your career. The biggest problem that people have is that you just take each day as it comes, right? Everybody's waiting till Friday. You get to Friday, you have another week. Everyone's waiting till Friday. You got Friday, you have another week. You just get through, and then you just keep powering through until Christmas. And then after Christmas, you start again. Living your life like that is not going to get you to where you ultimately want to be, and you'll always feel a little bit unfulfilled. So you need to have a goal. It's like driving around in circles, just driving around a roundabout. If you're from the UK, you get it, roundabouts. But you're not moving anywhere because you don't know what you want. So once you figure that out, you've got your 5-year plan ahead of you. Look at what can fit into that 5-year plan. That is so crucial, so crucial. Once you can fit that in, everything will start to work out. But if you are feeling really low, if you're really hating where you are at the moment, you've made a massive career mistake, or maybe things have changed, you've got a new boss in, or something's happened that you're no longer loving what you're doing, or maybe you never were, then you need to look at how the job is supporting your 5-year plan. Really, really crucially, because hating your job is not healthy. It's not normal. Not everyone feels this way. And now is the time to start. Do it, Sana. Seriously, now is the time to start. We will work on this. Get a 5-year plan in place. But if the job isn't making you feel well, it's the same, with Sana. If the job isn't making you feel healthy, if it isn't doing wonders for you, if you feel that you're being drained every single day, then it is time to move. And you need to have the confidence to do that. And it's a really, really big deal, but you need to start researching other companies, start looking at other positions, go to the about pages of companies, go to the press pages, look at jobs, get a really good grasp of what you do want, what job you do want to go into, the right values for the company, read their annual reports, but I say don't read the whole thing, because just read the summary, but read these documents that the company put out and make sure that your values align with the company's values. Make sure that you are aligned with your 5-year plan and you're working towards the ultimate goal, because if you don't do that, no one else is going to do it for you, and you'll be in a job where you are just spinning your wheels. because you don't know where you're going. No one just gets in a car and just goes for a drive, do they? They know where they're going to. And so you need to know where you're going to in your career. So to summarise, because I know that I've kept you online for a little bit, 5-year plan, have you got one? If not, as you said, Sana, now is the time to start. Put it in the comments below. Tell me if you've got a 5-year plan, if you don't have a 5-year plan, but you need to be covering what you're good at, what you want to be good at, what you enjoy the most. Put all of that in, and how does that relate to what your current career is right now? No one should be in a job that they hate. I say it all the time. But if you're in a work situation that you're deeply unhappy in, only you can change it. So I hope that's a bit of Monday motivation for you. I hope you're all feeling great on a Monday morning. And I look forward to seeing you on Wednesday. On Wednesday, I'm always in the Future You Life and Career Goals group. And then that's when we go into a little bit more depth and we talk about this in more detail. So it would be great if you can join us in there. Otherwise, lovely to speak to you today. Put any comments in the below and I'll respond to them all personally. So speak to you then. Have a lovely day. Happy Monday. Bye.